Your boy Ski here with another Spectre Divide video. Today I'll be going over the next group of sponsors, the Disruptors. Just in case you missed it, I put out a video already on the Assault sponsors, so if you want to take a look at that, there will be a link in the description. For now though, let's get to our two Disruptor sponsors, Morgan United and Ghostlink Collective. The major idea behind these Disruptor classes is to outmaneuver, confuse, and throw off the enemy team's rhythm. With the util provided by these two sponsors, game sense is key and knowing when to use them is king. Morgan United has strong roots in the Moongate district, often referred to as the Portal of Dreams, but let's be clear, you'll be giving your enemies nothing but nightmares. With one of the best movement abilities in the game tied to one of the best mix-up abilities, as well as two really strong supporting abilities, it's very easy to see why Morgan had one of the highest pick rates in both NA and EU during the alpha test tournaments. Starting off strong with hands down Morgan's best ability and possibly one of the best abilities in the game, Smoke Shift. Activate to equip a grenade that when thrown with left click creates a cloud of smoke that lasts 14 seconds. Pretty standard stuff. Where this ability becomes amazing is being able to right click to throw Smoke Shift and your Spectre puck at the same time, causing your Spectre to change its position inside of the smoke when it lands. This position change is almost instant and leaves no Spectre move trail on the ground, completely masking your Spectre's position. If you want to bring both your bodies to the same position, you can switch bodies, throw the puck inside of the smoke, and it will teleport your other body instantly into the smoke with no trail. This tool is super strong for bounding through maps and getting behind enemy lines. I also can't tell you how many times I have thrown a regular smoke in an awkward area just to force enemies into a bad position as they push the smoke to see if my other body is there. With always having at least one charge of this ability at the beginning of each round, being able to purchase a second one, and a 60-second recharge, this ability is always there when you need it.
There he goes.
Coming up next is Meltdown, Morgan's more aggressive area denial tool. When equipped, you can throw a grenade that creates an area of caustic fluid, which damages players inside of its AoE for 168 damage over 7 seconds. 168 damage sounds like a lot because it's more than the maximum 150 health you have in the game, but it's over 7 seconds, so if you move outside of its AoE at any time during the 7 seconds, you won't die. This is pretty well balanced ability for area denial or post-plant situations where you just need to punish the enemy for being in a certain position. This ability has to be purchased, but you can purchase 2 of them, allowing you to rely on it more than once to stop enemy advances or push people off objectives. Finally, Morgan's last ability is the less aggressive but more disrupting Hidden Grasp. Hidden Grasp can be deployed on the ground as a trap that cloaks itself after deployment. The trap goes off if an enemy gets too close, creating a slow zone for 10 seconds and notifying you with an on-screen alert and sound effect. While enemies approach the trap, they will be able to see the trap on the ground just before reaching its activation AoE, and they can shoot to destroy it. If destroyed, you will receive a notification letting you know your trap has been destroyed instead of triggered. This is a super solid ability for keeping chokes covered or covering flanks. But with only being able to buy one of these ability around, be very careful with placement. Putting it somewhere suboptimal drops this ability's potential so much. Morgan is one of the strongest sponsors in the game, and for a good reason. But it all highly depends on having a good game sense with good positioning. Once you figure this stuff out though, it doesn't matter what the map is or what the scenario is, you will find a way to turn it in your favor. Disruptors excel at confusing the enemy and forcing them into bad situations, and the Ghostlink Collective does just that. With a focus on forcing enemies to take action or be punished for it, this sponsor is a really solid option for taking the advantage away from enemies. Right off the rip is Partition, a strong option for blocking enemy vision and stopping advances. When activated, deploy a wall in the direction you are facing, going through walls and going over terrain and boxes that may be in the way. This wall lasts 8 seconds and blocks line of sight, but it's not bulletproof. If a player comes into contact with the wall, their vision will be blurred until they stop touching the wall. This makes the wall nearly impossible to push through if properly placed, since anyone on the other side will have the instant advantage. You will always start the round with this ability, and you can purchase another before the buy phase ends, as well as gaining a charge every 45 seconds. You may also deploy 2 walls at the same time to cover up multiple sight lines and angles of approach. As if 2 bodies wasn't confusing enough, Ghostlink offers another body to throw off your enemies in the way of the 2. When activated, instantly deploy a duplicate of your body that walks in the direction you are facing that lasts for 5.5 seconds. The speed at which the dupe moves can be changed by holding your slow key or crouching, which will make it move while crouched. If you throw your puck while you have at least one charge of this ability, you will leave behind a crouched dupe in the location your Spectre was at that will disappear after 60 seconds, or when all your charges of dupe are consumed. When a dupe is shot by an enemy, their location will be revealed for 1 second and the dupe will disappear. This is a really good tool to find enemies holding tight angles and clear deeper into sights. The passive of leaving behind a dupe when you throw your puck is good info that lets you know when enemies may be on the flank. To round out Ghostlink's kit, you have the Distortion Field, a strong area denial tool with a little bit of a twist. When activated, you can throw a grenade that creates a large distortion field for 10 seconds, which blurs the vision of all players inside. This isn't a smoke. Anyone outside of the field can see through the field and see anyone inside of the field. This is perfect for denying narrow approaches and space which your enemies can swing out. Being able to purchase this ability twice during the buy phase gives you multiple opportunities to lock down positions that would give your enemies the advantage in the fight. Ghostlink, when used correctly, is considerably one of the strongest sponsors in the game. With the info and versatility you get from your dupe, you have a really safe way to clear certain peaks and angles, not to mention the partition being a great stall/denial tool. While the distortion field can be pretty map dependent, I think it's a great option for denying valuable positions and pushes. Disruptor sponsors do exactly what they were built to do with insane effectiveness. Having the ability to make your enemies get turned around during a fight and turn in disadvantages into advantages in a game like Spectre is a really easy way to close out game. If you found this video helpful, leave a like and drop a sub. If there is anything you think I could do better, leave it in the comments below. I'll be dropping another video on support sponsors next, so keep an eye out for that video coming soon. In the meantime, hope to see you around on Spectre Divide.